Beyond the gates of hell, death isn't an ending. It's a pause, a breath taken before violence resumes. And in that place, where demons regenerate, where power is measured in eternity, a single presence rewrote the rules. Diablo didn't arrive like a conqueror. He arrived like a certainty, methodical, calm, absolute. Demons ran, others rallied, none of it mattered. To Diablo, resistance and panic were the same sound. And that's where the story of the Black Numbers truly begins. Not in Tempest, not under Rimuru's banner, but in hell itself, where Diablo decided the world was finally worth preparing for. It's been so long since my last visit. That laugh wasn't nostalgia, it was evaluation. Here's the hook you're not supposed to notice yet. Diablo was never rampaging for pleasure. This wasn't slaughter, this was recruitment. He wasn't killing the weak, he was filtering them out. In a realm where everyone revives, violence becomes language, and Diablo was speaking fluently. Every blow said the same thing. If you can't stand after this, you don't deserve what's coming next. He was searching for survivors of forgotten eras, equals. Old monsters who remembered what the world was like before it softened. And every demon who endured him learned one truth the hard way. Something greater than hell itself was calling. Loop 1 begins here. Because while Diablo was tearing hell apart, Tempest was quietly doing the opposite. Building, organizing, evolving. Rimuru Tempest wasn't conquering realms, he was laying rails. Literally. Railways linking nations. Magic fused with technology. Kaijin pushing engines beyond their limits, while Raphael handled the impossible parts faster than a quantum supercomputer. This is important, because Tempest isn't strong because it wants war. It's strong because it wants stability. That contrast matters. Hell was being cleansed by violence. Tempest was being refined by systems. And yet, even in a nation of progress, pressure accumulates. Ramirez is drowning in success. The Labyrinth is printing money. Her projects keep multiplying. Elemental colossi, management nightmares. She needs help. Rimuru needs staff. Everyone needs time. And then, like a bad joke told by fate itself, Dino shows up. A demon lord, lazy, expelled, carrying a letter from Guy Crimson. And suddenly, Rimuru is reminded of the first rule of power. No matter how advanced your systems are, the past always walks back in. Get a job. That line sounds funny until you realize it's policy. Dino ends up shoved into Ramirez's orbit. Veldora is playing lab assistant. Ifrit gets resurrected and accidentally evolves into Karis, a flame lord. Tempest keeps growing sideways as much as it grows upward. This is the loop tightening. Growth without control invites chaos. Rimuru knows it. He feels it. He just doesn't know yet how badly the universe is about to answer that imbalance. Then Diablo returns. Not alone. 3 women at first. Polite, beautiful, ordinary at a glance. Diablo smiles the way only a demon who's already won can smile. These are the ones I decided were worthy enough to enjoy a personal audience with you, Sir Rimuru. Raphael cuts through the illusion instantly. Archdemons. The elite of demonkind. Beings whose presence alone can destabilize battlefields. And Diablo didn't just bring them, he brought their followers. 200 each, 600 soldiers, casually offered like a courtesy. Here's Loop 2. Rimuru doesn't panic, he doesn't posture, he doesn't flex, he treats it like logistics. And that reaction, more than his power, is what seals their fate. Let's go meet them. Inside the labyrinth, the truth emerges. 7 figures, 6 archdemons, 1 greater demon. Old, ancient, medieval, ruling class, some of them older than recorded history. They kneel. 700 demons kneel. From this moment we shall ever be your faithful servants, Sir Rimuru. And for the first time, Rimuru feels it. The chill, not fear, awareness. I'm so glad he's on my team. That thought carries weight because it acknowledges the alternative. Diablo didn't just bring allies. He brought a structure, a hierarchy. A pre-built army that understands obedience, contracts, and hell's version of professionalism. But demons without bodies are limited. So Rimuru does what Rimuru always does. He solves the problem personally, using Beelzebub, using Raphael, consuming, reconstructing, merging essences into pseudo-souls. Tailored vessels, efficient, clean. And when it comes to Diablo's closest companions, he goes further. He asks permission. He refines their forms, orichalk skeletons, human-like beauty, enhanced for combat and magic. Thank you very much, Sir Rimuru. Gratitude from demons like these isn't politeness, it's acknowledgement of authority. Then comes the mistake, or the miracle, naming. Testarossa, Ultima, Carrera, names pulled from luxury cars, chosen casually, without ceremony. And the world bends. They don't just evolve, they transcend. Demon peers, beings that don't just rival demon lords, they embarrass them. Rimuru tries to pace himself, 3 a day. He thinks he's being careful. He doesn't realize he's rewriting demographics. Lesser demons jump to greater. Some brush archdemon territory. 700 demons transformed. And Rimuru is left staring at the scale of it. What was I even going to do with all this force? Here's the payoff forming, but it waits. Because power alone isn't the black numbers. Loyalty is. Originally, these demons didn't intend to swear allegiance. They came because Diablo asked. Temporary service. Curiosity. Maybe a challenge. They were undefeated for millennia. Moss. Veyron. Legends who measured time in wars survived. Testarossa admits it plainly. He saw us for what we really were, and he concluded that we were not a threat worth considering. That indifference broke them more thoroughly than fear ever could. Carrera throws coercion at Rimuru. He brushes it off like static. He treats gods, demons, and kings with the same casual tone. And that's when it happens. By that name, I swear my loyalty to him. Naming wasn't a transaction, it was a bond. And once forged, demons don't break contracts. The black numbers are born, an army so absurd that even old-era demon lords wouldn't survive contact. Not a horde, not chaos, a unit, organized under Diablo, bound to Rimuru, unknown even to him in its full implication. And then, because this is Tempest, Rimuru does the most dangerous thing possible. He gives them jobs: diplomat, prosecutor, judiciary. Testarossa memorizes the entire legal code overnight. Carrera promises to exploit loopholes to strengthen enforcement. Ultima bonds with officials, humanizing terror itself. We are a race that respects our contracts. We will never be swayed by bribes. That line should terrify you. Because incorruptible justice wielded by demons isn't mercy, it's finality. Tempest becomes a constitutional state backed by Hell's finest administrators. Moss deploys replicants across the world. Intelligence flows in. Plots are uncovered before they breathe. And when Testarossa asks calmly if the relevant nations need to be thrown into ruin, Rimuru has to remind her what restraint looks like. That's the final payoff. The black numbers aren't just an army. They're the embodiment of Rimuru's greatest strength and greatest danger. He didn't dominate them. He didn't scare them. He didn't bargain. He treated them like people, like coworkers, like assets with dignity. And in doing so, he earned something far more absolute than fear. Loyalty chosen. Hell was just preparation. Tempest is the stage, and the black numbers, they're the quiet guarantee that when the world finally pushes too far, the answer won't be loud. It will be precise.